Welcome back to Locker Room Dads, hosted by myself, Pat O'Donnell, punter for the Green Bay Packers, alongside my co-host, Josh Brinzo, Stormhouse Brewing owner. But today, we have a special guest, Richard Bleier, the newest member of the Boston Red Sox, and most importantly, a father of two. Richard, welcome to the show,
Thanks
man.
for having me, guys. Appreciate it.
Dude, I mean, we're finding you here right before you have to leave the fam, right? We're talking a little bit off air, but you're about to get into the thick of what, spring training now?
My oldest kid is 3, so they're coming with me, which
Nice.
complicates things a little bit, travel-wise, just getting there, actually. But it's only in Fort Myers. We live in West Palm, so it's just going to be like a 2.5-hour miserable drive of crying kids. And then once we're there, it'll be great. We'll have a ton of fun. I went to Florida Gulf Coast University, which is in Fort Myers there. So I'm looking forward to maybe catching a couple of baseball games while I'm over there.
Nice.
So yeah, it should
great.
be definitely being with the Marlins is. I live at home for spring training the last 3 years, so you can't. It's pretty
that's
pretty rough
sweet
to beat that. But Fort Myers isn't bad. It's just right there. Thankfully, we getting traded so late in the off season. Most of the housing is kind of not, either very expensive or non-existent. And we happen to, like I said, since I went over there, I kind of reached out to the people I knew. And one of my old coaches happened to have a place that was available, like a rental. So we slid right in and we're one gigantic.
Dude, I love it.
Good.
Yeah, we're used to that because we're in Jupiter, Florida. So we see all the Cards players, and you do. I mean, Marlins players are
same facility there.
Yeah. Okay. I was always wondering how that worked.
Yeah, they share it.
They just share it.
And then they rent up our.
We
whole
like
neighborhood.
stare at each other across the field. And it's like, hey, stay over there, Cardinals guys. But as far as housing goes, you're just solely on your own. You just gotta find.
Would you say majority of guys come into Jupiter while you were here in Brenton? I mean, this is strictly probably selfish for us because we see the housing market here is insane.
Ridiculous.
Around downtown. Yeah.
So their rent, you said they come in from out of state and rent?
Oh yeah. Left and right. Our neighborhood, I mean, people are paying over 10 grand just to rent a house for like a month.
It's a crime. It really should be. It's yeah. And it's like,
are you
go for it?
Are you house hunting now up in Boston?
We
as
actually,
because I did put some feelers out.
Did you really? I appreciate that.
Are you a realtor?
Now I have good contacts with the Red Sox.
We got somebody, or we found a house or whatever, and it's
good.
It falls under the absurdly priced category, but with the kids, it's like I'd rather spend the money and be comfortable and have my family be comfortable, and therefore it kind of like less stress on me. So it I just said like this is something that's going to work. It's 20 minutes from the park. It's a house with enough space we need for everything, and whatever. We're just gonna wear it for the year.
That sounds like a great setup.
Yeah. I mean, it is, and I think that's why it's $1 billion a month. But whatever,
Yeah.
Dude, in season, man, I could testify to this. Like, as long as they're happy, we're going to be happy.
Well, it's just a lot easier. If you're cramped, how many kids do you have?
I have 2 now.
So when you're
we both have 2.
If you're crammed up in an apartment with 2 kids, it's rough,
I'm sure you're like throughout your career early on, you were like, I'm just going to rent. I don't really care.
If it were up to me,
my wife
I'd stay in a hotel. I don't care. I'm like very low maintenance. But once she started traveling with me full time, it's I'm not even there half the month. We're on the road half the month essentially. So
for sure,
she's there pretty much full time. So it's got to be, it's just not fair to her and the kids to be in a hotel or or whatever, like a little small apartment.
Right. It's not fair. Kids get stir crazy as it is. It's not worth it.
No.
So I'm kind of looking at it. Your career, you've spent majority of it, I guess, in the Northeast. So it's a little strange. I guess you're going to be back in the Northeast. You're at Baltimore now. You were at New York when you started, right? Red Sox now.
Yeah.
I know you were with the Marlins for a bit. It's going to be like normal for you.
I was with Toronto in the minor leagues in 2014. So some people don't count it because I wasn't in the big leagues with them, but I'm definitely working my way through the AL East. I don't know why these, I don't know. Like usually they want like home run hitters and hard throwers, and neither of those. One, it doesn't matter. The other one, like they probably would want, but I guess they like outs, and I've done a decent job at getting outs throughout the course of my career. But yeah, it's weird. I keep circling back to the AL East just when I thought I could. Oh, the NL, here we go, and then it's nope. Go face Aaron Judge again, and the rest of the guys.
Yes,
they're back to the AL.
Yeah,
that's where they signed you. Strike his ass out.
That's right. So you have 2 kids, right? Are you done at 2?
Yes.
Or
No, we're done.
All right. I need to ask now, how did you come to that conclusion? Because Pat and I were having a conversation about how to know when you're done.
Someone usually tells you when you're done.
So
yeah,
Aaliyah tells you, I want to go for another one, and you went for another one. Your wife.
But I said I'm done.
He has a procedure lined up.
Yeah,
he has
go for a consultation tomorrow.
No, I don't know. I was okay at 1, so I was indifferent about 2, and then when we had 2, I think we just know we're done. The second one's 3 months old, and so I'm not a. Some people like newborns, and then some people don't aren't really huge about newborns, and I might be one of those ones that aren't. And I just couldn't imagine doing it again. I think the politically correct answer is I don't want to take away the time from my other kids. I feel like 3, I'm stretched thin. Now I can devote all my time to my 2 kids. But the real answer is newborns are brutal.
That's fair.
And
they are.
But you can't do much. That's what you can't do.
Yeah, but it's even worse because you want to do, but what can I do? What can I nothing? That stinks. And then you only
the other kid,
and then you get the kid when it's all right, she's had it's been rough and she's had enough, and you're she just needs a break, and it's all right, well, so I only get the kid when she's really really crying, and so yeah, but no, it's going fine. My wife's great. She really understands that even in the off season, I need to train and get ready for a season and stuff. So she kind of lets me do pretty much whatever I want. In terms of, I don't think she has any expectations for me to stay up all night with the kid, stuff like that. And so, which is good because how, I work out every day. I just threw the hitters today, and it's I'm trying to get ready for a major league season. She knows that I got to be well rested to a point, and all that kind of stuff. So she's great. She's very understanding. She's very supportive of the career, and she's great. Much better with the babies than I am. I know. I hope she listens to this.
Yeah, we'll make sure.
I'm just envisioning all the dads that aren't MLB pitchers out there or professional athletes, just how do I get on that? What is the recipe for that? Just do whatever I want, honey. I'm working. You deal with the kids.
No,
I'm totally hands on.
So the dynamics.
I'm exaggerating.
I guess that. Really, all day, I'm spending time with my oldest, the 3-year-old. So and then she's with the baby. It's kind of how it's gravitated towards. So we just kind of play all day long, which I feel bad because the 3-year-old's fun. We do fun things all day, and the baby is just it's a baby. So we're I'm just hey, we're gonna go we kind of live in we're in West Palm, but we kind of are in this weird spot where it's all multi-acre lots, and there's our neighbors are cows, so we're we're gonna go feed the cows or whatever, and she's all right, I'm gonna go deal with this kid, and so but it'll be fun when our youngest is next off season, and she'll be 1 and ours will be 4, and it'll be a lot more. We'll have a lot of fun. 2 kids seems as long as in theory, should be fun.
Yeah, I think so. Your gap is just a little bigger than both of ours. Mine's Billy is 2 and 4 months, and then Bennett's 3 months old now.
Ooh.
Yours is what?
So
2
so
and
tell
2
me about
months,
the 3 months.
Yeah,
5 months.
What are you up to? What are you doing for that 3-month-old?
Okay, so Bennett sleeps like crazy. he's a champ. He slept for like 12 hours.
That's the youngest one.
It's kind of ridiculous. Yeah, it's ridiculous how much he sleeps.
I'd have to poke him with a stick.
It's insane. I know. I'll be like, hey man, you good? He's crazy good, but it's so weird to go from like you get your oldest to where they're going to bed. They have a full schedule, like they're going all through the night, and that's like, hey, just kidding. Now you got to get up and do it from square one, and it's like, ugh, like because Bennett's great, but I'm just like, this is a little extra work now. It's a lot. It's a lot
harder the second time through as well. I think I think you kind of forget the early stages, but it's like so temporary, right? Like she's already 3, and by the time the season starts, she'll be like, hopefully, like sitting up and like a semi. I don't know when they start. I forget when they start crawling, but like those kinds of things. And it's like you just need to like hang in there for the first few months of life, and really, I don't know. Yeah, it's hang in there for the first few months.
Yeah, Pat's son is like 5 months, right?
Oh yeah, God, we all got young kids.
We've got like a 2-month gap between our boys, and like the difference in what they can do is just like day and night. Like Tate just seems so much more aware than Bennett.
What, the 2-month gap?
Yeah,
3 to 5 months.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, 3 to 6 months. Yeah, it'll be fun. It'll be fun. No, so we're having I wouldn't say problem. We're having issues with him sleeping through the night. Our daughter Palmer's our oldest, and Champ like slept through like day one. Awesome. We're like, oh, we can have another kid, no problem. This one is, I don't know if it's a boy or what the issue is, but not sleeping through the night, no matter what we do. But we're getting through it, as you would say. Getting through it, hanging in there. That's where
I feel like anything's possible with enough sleep, right? If the kid is a good sleeper, you can deal with anything. I think, like if you're on like 2-3 hours of sleep and it's like, all right, this is a little bit harder, but if you can sleep 12 hours, whatever that kid has for me that day, I can handle it. But it's
we did just clean up a blowout like right before this, and I was so annoyed, and I was like, you know what? This kid slept all night. Yeah. I have nothing to be mad about. This is easy.
Yeah,
that's your biggest problem with your child.
It was a pretty nasty.
Oh, man.
It was nasty, we're good.
It's unbelievable. That baby's just, I mean, she's like spitting up and blowing out. It's coming from everywhere. But yeah, good time.
Does she have an issue? She spits up a lot?
Yeah, it's so weird.
Yeah, my son does that too. And I'm like, is there something
she's
wrong?
huge.
Like, do we need to go back to the doctor?
The funny thing about babies and stuff is that when you go to the pediatrician and you're like, hey, look, this kid is like spitting up a lot. And they're like, oh, she's gaining weight. She's fine. Like no matter what, anytime we go, it's like, hey, her arm fell off. Nope, she's gaining weight. She's fine. That's it. It's like, there is like, if they're progressing at their like target weight and my youngest is like a tank. She's huge. And she eats like, and she probably overeats, and that's why she spits up. But, it's like, they're like, oh no, her weight's good. She's fine. It's normal. It's like, yeah, meanwhile, we're like 4 outfits a day. She's soaked, but I don't know, I guess maybe we need a new pediatrician. I don't know, but it definitely, she gets it all over the place. But it's like funny. She'll like spit up a bunch and just like start laughing. Like no big deal. I don't know, whatever.
Such a humor.
No, yeah.
So it's like, oh great, I'm covered in.
That's Bennett's signal. Our son smiles, and when he smiles, he's about to puke.
Oh, look, he's so cute. Projectiles spit up all over. Yeah.
So you about to be in season. I would love to hear what your off-season routine was like with the kids, because I'm in it now. I've had the last 4 or 5 weeks now, and it doesn't seem like it changes much. And like I don't know. Like I'm a creature of habit by nature, but I want to see if you're similar to like me in the off season, because I try to golf. I do, and I just don't know how it's physically possible.
But at the start of the off season, didn't touch them once.
What'd you buy before you get into this?
So I'm friends with Mark. I'm friends with Mark Trumbo, and I don't know. I haven't seen them. They're right here. I haven't seen them in so long that I don't even remember what they are. and he just kind of told me what to get. So I like on off days on the road, I golfed a couple times, and anyways, Callaways, brand new. Look at these things. Not a ball.
Yes.
Not a mark on them.
Oh,
But I'll bring them this season, and like I'm planning on kind of like maybe hitting some balls or playing golf on a road, because we'll get off days on the road, and it's like, what am I like? I've done all these cities, and I was like, what am I going to go tour? Wherever we are, and walk around 7 miles. So I'll just
wait. Okay, so let's back up for people that don't really understand how the traveling works.
Yeah.
For the MLB, because I'm curious too,
Yeah.
because we do it differently, obviously, than you guys, because you're on the road so much. If you bring your clubs on a team plane, is that frowned upon?
It depends on what team you're on, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes it is, but like I don't like. It's not like I sneak them on. How do you sneak clubs on? I ask, and
Right.
some managers say no clubs, and then also some managers like it. The mentality is like, okay, you're not just sitting around your room all day. You're getting out and you're doing something, and then you'll probably be tired and get like a good night's sleep that night.
Yeah.
And so I've heard it both ways, and my manager last year, Don Mattingly, is like, yeah, whatever, I don't care, kind of. He's like, I think he didn't want like a bunch of guys playing golf on the road, and then like us like really like losing a bunch of games, and
Yeah.
hey, we just lost 4 games in a row, but we had a great time golfing. So yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I think like, but he's like, if somebody said, I don't know, we played, like, I'm not that good at golf. Like I said, I played, I went and hit balls when we were in LA with one of my friends. I'm friends with Mark Trumbo. We played with the Orioles, so we met up, and he's at some country club or something, and we hit balls. And then I played in Atlanta, and I played in New York, and that was it, 2 rounds. And the last probably however many years. But it's fun. I used to play a lot in Arizona, and then when I was in Arizona in spring training,
you can't go wrong there.
But
Country.
Arizona.
Yeah.
Why? Where do you guys train?
Yeah.
Where do you guys train?
No, I'm here. So I grew up in West Palm Beach. So like this is where I come back down.
So where do you work out at? I'm surprised you're not at the same gym I am.
I am. I just started there this off season. Shout out to
No
Cressy.
big deal.
Shane's my dude.
I didn't see you. What do you go in the mornings?
No, so I haven't started up there yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, dude, they just opened a Lifetime in PGA.
Yeah, Pat is a proud Lifetime member now.
I mean, it's not a normal. Yeah, it's not a normal gym. We joined because the childcare is phenomenal. You can literally. Oh yeah, this is like one of those mega gyms where they have like a cold tub, hot tub.
I've got a lot of money over here,
pool.
No, there's like a restaurant at it.
Palm Beach Gardens, man. You know Palm Beach Gardens in Jupiter area,
dude. Bougie. Yeah. No, we have not ventured out that much. I grew up in Broward. Did you grow up in this area, or do you move down here?
Yeah, so Wellington is like where I grew up, like right on the border of Lake Worth and Wellington. So, yeah. My sister went to Nova Southeastern, so down there in Davie.
I grew up in Davie.
Yep.
Like 5 minutes from Nova Southeastern, yeah. And only in 2018 we moved up north. So we're like, and then like we had kids in 20 and COVID, so like we really haven't branched out and explored Palm Beach that much, to be honest with you.
So where are you in West Palm Beach? Are you like acreage? Are you in like Loxahatchee?
No, I'm. I'll tell you later.
You don't have to give us the address.
I'm off the southern. Yeah.
Okay. Got it. Got it. Say no more. But yeah. I'm envisioning you having this huge bay behind you, and I'm like, where is he? Downtown West Palm Beach? Not so much.
No, a little west, but not that far west.
Got it.
Close to the fairgrounds, really. I'm telling you, man, there's like this little turn off, and it's just a bunch of lots. People got like 3 to 5 acres back here, and we like really lucked out in 18 and
so
moved up here.
If I know exactly, I'm not going to tell people where you live, but I went to Palm Beach Central. Okay. So you're probably right there ish.
I think Palm Beach is,
if you know where it is.
Palm Beach Central off of Forest Hill? Yeah, I think I'm a little north of that. But yeah, I mean, whatever. I'll just tell you later. That's fine. After you can come over if you want.
Sick. Yeah.
So, anyways,
yeah. If you need us,
we
go ahead.
No, Cressy. Yeah, check it out, man. So, Bosher, Matt Bosher, the kicker. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So he worked out there for a while. And he was like hitting punts on that turf field off the side.
Yeah.
And it's like people, this is like every athlete, all you need to do is say, oh, it's really hard and you can't do it. And then, of course, so I'm going to go out there and try to catch him. And I'm like left-handed and like uncoordinated and not an athlete at all. And all I can do is throw a baseball. And so he's like kicking, and I caught like one and I caught another one. I was like, this is easy. And then he hit another one that had some topspin and it caught me good. I never told him, but it got me good right on the finger. Yeah.
What in the chest? You're just like,
yeah, but I don't know.
Listen, I thought catching a punt was going to be easy.
No, it's not.
Pat brought me out one day, and I was like, "Dude, this is
it's
hard.
Very hard.
Yeah,
it's like way up there, tight spiral. You got to really make sure you don't get.
And
hit
when they start coming down, like if you once you start chasing it, you're in big trouble. Like if if you misjudge it, it gets you. And that's what happened. And I don't have good hands. Yeah, whatever. I'm just not an athlete. And then I can imagine, like when you sprinkle in like large humans running full speed at you when you're not looking, it can't be fun. So
sprinkle in.
So he's like Bosher's known for like all his tackles and stuff.
Yeah.
You got any tackles, or what's the deal with that? What's your claim to fame?
Yeah, Rich, when they get back to you, it's not a good thing. And I like to make fun of Bosher like that. So we haven't had too many instances like that.
You're bad.
I haven't had one
when
of
you
those,
pin him on the one, it's like,
yeah.
How can you tackle him when they just let it go,
Yeah, like, oh, sorry, maybe next time.
Hey, you do have you've got a touchdown pass.
Yeah, that was pretty sick. My first ever throw.
Only.
Yeah. Not even Pop Warner.
1 for 1
rule, nothing.
You took one away from your boy there, huh?
Yeah. No, that's exciting stuff. Tackling returners. It's not. So I can't even imagine catching a fastball from you. That would probably be something we have to do.
I would say it's probably easier. It's much easier to catch my fastball than to tackle a large human running full speed at you.
We might
because
have to take that. Yeah.
I think they know you want no part of it. And so they're like, it's not like they're going to probably like try to like put a move on you. They're just going to blow right through you. It's like, is it that? No, obvious? But like, I feel like when we were hitting, when I had to hit, it's like, you could just tell when I get it there. Like, I have no idea what I'm doing. And I assume you don't practice tackling. So when they're like, it's just like, okay, I'm going to try and hit this guy. But then he's just like, well, guys try to hit me all day long. And I know how to like deflect this guy, and then he just flings you off the side or whatever.
So what do you do in that instance? Are you like swinging for the fences? Are you like, I hope he walks me? Do you lean into a ball?
No.
Like, what do you do?
So in 21, I had to, it was, like I always messed around with the coaches and like my spot would be second, and I'd go get a bat and a helmet, and I'd go out on deck, and they'd be like, what are you doing? Like, go inside, go eat, get out of here. And so I pitched like the 7th inning, and a good clean inning, like looking for my handshake, like, hey, nice job. You're hitting your spots up second or third. You're done. Go away.
Yeah.
And they're not coming to me. And then the bench coach comes over to me. He's like, hey, you're hitting. And I'm just like, hey, no, I'm not. Like, no, I'm not. There's people. There's 2 different kinds of pitchers. People who think like their calling card was a hitter, and they just, they picked the wrong position, and they're like, oh my god, I could hit. I'll hit bombs, blah blah blah. And then there's me, where like realistically, I know like I hit at a high school level.
Your limitation.
I'm not. I just not going to be able to get it done. So and then I get on deck, and I remember like. I'm standing on deck, and somebody gets on, and there's like 1 out, or I don't remember the exact situation, but I know there was a runner on. This is in Arizona, and I'm like walking to the plate, looking back, like waiting for them to call me back. Like, all right, when's this joke over? And it's like, nope, okay, we're doing this. And it was a lefty, and I bat lefty, so I'm like, oh, this is just not going to end well, And and I don't know the signs or anything. So the coach comes over. He's like, just bunt.
Yeah.
Like, just like continue to try to bunt until you strike out or bunt the ball. Do, one or the other. Okay, fair enough. And I ended up getting the 2 strikes and I bunted the ball and I got him over and I was all excited. And yeah, it was and then I went out and like only for one batter, like it was a lefty was leading off the next inning and I got him out and they took me out, which was kind of, I don't know, of all the times where I felt like I could have went back out, that seemed like, but I'm not the manager. It worked out for me. I got a bunt and I got 4 outs and, everybody was happy. I think we won, or I don't know, whatever. But yeah, it's
it's a clean day.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And that was that. But it's not fun. They throw hard. The balls move everywhere. Like they could hit you. I don't know. I don't know how guys hit. Some of them make it look easy though, but they get paid a lot more than relief pitchers, so they should be hitting the ball more, right? Why not?
Okay. I got a question, and this is unrelated to kids, but would you rather be on the mound for like bases loaded World Series, or you're the guy up to bat and you got to
okay?
Yeah. What would you rather?
Well,
because I always put myself in that situation. I'm like, unless I'm really confident, or like I know the pitcher is like sweating right now and he's going to throw me one. And I don't know baseball that well, so I would love for you to elaborate on that.
I'm a pitcher, right? So it's like really hard to relate to like, I'd want to be the batter in that situation. It'd be pretty embarrassing.
Well, who has more pressure? You, right?
I think the pitcher does.
It depends. It really. I think the first pitch determines that, right? If you throw a first pitch strike, like all the pressure's off the pitcher, in my opinion, right? Because then, like, okay, you're 0-1. Now the hitter, like, kind of, I don't want to strike out.
You're in control now.
Like when you get to 2 strikes, the hitter's like, well, I can't strike out looking with bases loaded with the game on the line. So, and you kind of know that, and it definitely. But if you fall behind like 2-0, you're like, this is not good. Then
you're like, oh shit,
now this guy's gonna do damage, or I guess can't walk in or run. So I think, I felt like in big situations for me, when I throw like a first pitch strike, it's like, okay, this is no problem. This guy.
So typically, a pitcher would want to throw like gas on the first pitch. Like you never have,
not necessarily,
or it depends on the batter, right?
Yeah, because I mean, you could, if you're in the major leagues, you should be able to throw all your pitches for strikes. So it doesn't really matter what you go with. It's just a matter of how a lot goes into pitch selection, especially for me. So if in a bases loaded situation where if the guy's trying to do damage, like hit a homer or whatever, and that, then you would work that into your game plan and throw pitches that are least likely to get hit over the fence.
Gotcha.
And stuff like that. So, if he's a super aggressive hitter, and you think he's going to swing at the first pitch and he's looking for fastballs only, which most hitters do, you probably won't throw a first pitch fastball right down the middle. Kind of stuff like that. And I'm sure you see it, but we have a advanced meetings and just meetings and information and just it's insane what they offer us, and just kind of break it down to like each count, swing percentage and pitch in zone swings and out of zone swings, and seventh inning or later, if they change their approach at all, their tendencies, their recent report, like what they've done in the last 2 weeks, if anything's changed, if they've changed their approach or their swing, or any kind of habits, if anything has stuck out where they're batting, they haven't hit a fastball hard in 2 weeks, like the exit velo has been less than 90 on fastballs the last 2 weeks. That's like noted, and so we know, like, okay, they're not seeing fastballs very well, something's going on there, so we can attack with a fastball. Or they're chasing sliders, they're swinging at 60% of the sliders they see, or something along those lines, so they're pretty aggressive on breaking balls, and all those things kind of go into how we're going to attack the hitter. It gets very in depth.
So you're sitting on the mound and you're actually processing all this. Or you're like, okay, da 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 da. Are you more like I'm a feel guy? Like I kind of know I've done my research all week, and I know what I'm going to throw, and then you go with it, or is it just like a feel?
For me, I do a lot of research on the hitters. So I have a game plan for every hitter going into the game. And as a left-handed pitcher, I kind of have an idea of like what part of the lineup I'm going to face, and it's like if it's like a left, right, left hitter, it's like I'll probably get those guys. They want me to face lefties more so than righties. So I'll really kind of at the end of the day, I'll stick to my strengths for the most part, but I'll also pay attention to hitters' tendencies. I pay attention to and I have a plan, but I'll make adjustments if I see something like if they swing a certain way and foul a ball off, if they take a certain way, if they do something that I feel like, like I've made changes based on like practice swings guys take where I feel like they're like trying to do something differently. You could tell like in this practice swing, he's like really trying to drive the ball to right field. It's like, all right, well, I'm going to pitch him in. He's telling me he's trying to hit the ball at right field. I just try to take all the information that's given to me and process that and make the best decision. I don't throw 100. So I can't just go out there and throw 100 by guys. I have to be able to pitch and use the information available, whatever that may be, whatever they're willing to give me. I mean, I've Googled guys' names and like read articles about what they've been working on and what pitches. Guys will give us a tremendous amount of information to reporters about what they're working on and what they're struggling with and what they're trying to do. Guys will. I'm going to bunt more. I'm going to bunt more. Awesome. I want to steal more. I want to steal more bases, stuff like that. And whatever. If they want to say it, I'm going to use it. And I don't know.
I like that.
This is how he's lasted so long.
Yeah, I like this a lot.
It's like it's not flashy. Like you don't throw 100 like you were saying. And I'm not trying to like boring. But at the same time, like the guys that rely on their arm and they probably don't even use their brain like you've done over the past how many years.
But I think it's dude,
that's awesome, man. I think
it's like they don't have to, and I think the best do both, right? Where they have electric stuff, and also are extremely prepared for their outings. And then you kind of fall in like the elite category, and I'm just slightly above average major league pitcher, which not everybody can be the best, but that's fine. I've turned out a nice career, and it's going about as good as it could so far. So whatever.
Dude,
yeah, absolutely.
Love it. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I got to transition.
Go ahead, Josh.
You're in Florida. All right. My wife and I go to Disney quite a bit. Do you guys do any travel in state like that, driving? Because road trips with the kids can be a bit much.
So we got the 3-month-old. So we haven't done much this year. Was it last year? We went to Lion Country, or we go to Lion Country Safari Lawn, which is right down the street. That's not what I meant. We went to Animal Kingdom once. Yeah.
Animal Kingdom.
Which was a good time, but it's like, even that is like, there's a billion people there. And it's like in order for your kid to have a good time, the parents, I feel like, have to be like extremely stressed, and like making sure that making sure that everything is like, whatever. Oh, we got this show at 2:30 and, you got to like schedule everything or whatever. But no, overall, it was fun. I liked it. I'm not like I didn't grow up at Disney, even though I grew up in Florida. So it's not like I'm dying to get my kids there. I feel like there's other places to go that are, you could sell. My oldest is into Mickey though and stuff. So it's inevitably going to happen.
Yeah.
But she's also like really big, like outside and stuff. So we do a lot of outdoor stuff, which I think, I'm looking forward to, like when my youngest is probably like 2 or 3, and a little bit more can hold her head up, or by herself, I guess. Doing a lot more family trips and stuff. Why have you guys do Disney with the young ones? Why would you?
Yes, my wife and I go to Disney frequently. Bennett has been to Disney twice in 3 months already.
That's insane.
He's 3 months.
The last trip I wasn't there for, but I guess they had a good time. But honestly, he did really well when we were there, so no complaints. He actually slept the whole time.
Jeez, what a kid.
He's just a good sleeper.
Unbelievable.
But, I mean, traveling with 2 kids is a lot. Like, with one kid, you're already worried about, hey, do you have the car seat? You got this. Now it's just double that. Do you have the car seat and make sure both kids aren't going crazy. Do you have their bottle? Do you have
their stuff? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we're just like packing for this season. It's unbelievable. I could pack in 10 minutes. I could pack for 8 months and be perfectly fine. And my wife the same even, you know, like I'm like, whatever. I wear like the same 10 shirts rotated throughout just to the field or whatever, you know, plain color t-shirts. And like a few and different pants and just rotate the colors and that's it. Nobody questions me. Yes. Very boring. But the kids, it's unbelievable the amount of stuff that they bring. Little like young kids, they have,
So do you pack majority of the stuff, or do you have 2 of everything? Because I essentially have like 4 cribs and I have 2 kids,
right?
So like up
and
north,
that's
I have 2, and
that's been a sensitive subject because
it's the stuff that people don't see though. I love talking about this because everyone thinks it's so easy.
Let's just buy everything up there, and she's not on board with that. She wants to bring. It's good. She's good because I don't care. Like I'll spend, you know, and whatever. Like, and she's like super cheap and doesn't want to. Won't. So she keeps me in line with, you know, with spending. Because if like I'll just be like, whatever. Let's just buy. Let's just bring nothing and buy everything up there. And right. She's like,
you're more practical. You're more practical.
She's more practical. You're just like, I'm more into convenience. But she's in terms of like practical, like why do we need 2 of these things? We're done having kids and we already have it. We might as well bring it. And we have like a big
give me
no, I say we have a big Suburban, so we just jam it full of stuff, but we just, you know, so
yes. Okay, give me an example of something that you couldn't buy that you have to bring.
That I have to bring for myself personally.
So like you don't want to buy you don't want to buy a second thing. And I'm hoping that you spit a brand out because we love to ask you like things that you can't live without.
For me?
On the show.
Oh,
like,
God, for me, nothing.
Well, like what makes your life easy? No, I'm saying for the kid. The Duna stroller for me has been life changing. Josh, I can speak for you. It's probably the brand,
to be honest with you. She bought all the stuff and like did all the research. I was like, you know, I'm like, what do you think about this? I'm like, it's great. It looks awesome. Buy it. So we have.
Dude, he's the best husband. Listen to him.
Just do whatever you want. Well, that's the thing. I'm just like, you know, whatever you think. And so we're. I don't know. You know, I mean,
like bottles.
Dude,
are you taking bottles?
Take a bottle. The 3-month-old. It's a nightmare. She won't take a bottle.
Oh.
So
okay.
Right.
No bottles.
If you got any recommendations on a bottle that this kid will take, it'd be wonderful. But she. So I don't think there's. You know, she's 3 months. What does she need? You know, really, what does she need? She needs her mom and rattles.
Onesies.
You know, and clothes. Yeah. So we're, you know, and then
rattles.
What I suggested, we'll see if it works, but instead of bringing a whole carload of toys for our 3-year-old, I think I said like, oh, why don't we just bring her to the store and she can pick out new toys, and then all her old toys will still be here, and then she can play with new toys when we're up there, and it'll be like some fun thing where she can like pick out her own toys. So we'll see if that goes over. We'll see what the bins look like when the packing starts.
I like that.
So the good news is I'm playing in the World Baseball Classic, which it's kind of weird. So it was extremely convenient 2 weeks ago when I was with the Marlins because they're working out at Roger Dean, where the Marlins work out at. And then they're playing at Lone Depot in Miami.
Okay.
Like I was already going to be at the facility where they were practicing at spring training, living at home. And now I'm coming back over to Fort Myers, from Fort Myers and I'm going to stay at home for a few days while they have a few days of practice, and then they head down south to Miami for the the tournament or whatever. So that should be fun.
Okay,
that's awesome.
Yeah,
that's really awesome. I do want to touch on the fact that you were on the Israel national team. I think that's sweet. What was that like for you?
In like 2012 or 13, whenever that World Baseball Classic was, that one, I was on that team, and that was long before I got to the big leagues, and that was the first year Israel had a team. and they had to go through a qualifier, which happened to be in Jupiter here, and we played, and we ended up losing in the finals, and so like they took like the team from that qualifier to the actual tournament, which is like in spring training. So that was it. We were done there. And then 4 years later, they did it in 2000, I guess 17. It had to have been 17. Yeah. And I got to the big leagues in 16 with the Yankees. And then I got DFA'd and traded to the Orioles the first day of spring training in 17. So I had committed to the Israel team for that one. And then I was like, well, like I just got to the big leagues. I want to make a good first impression with the Orioles. So I kind of like didn't do it, which they were very understanding. And then, I didn't make the team anyways. I probably should have went. I was talking to one of the guys today about it, and I said I probably should have played the last time. And then so I told them like next time or whatever. Like I've been staying in touch with people, and I said like I'll definitely play. And so here I am. I'm like as established as I'm going to be in the big leagues. I got 6.5 years. I just got traded to a new team, but I pitched against them for 6.5 years. They've seen me plenty. So this is still an opportunity that I wanted to do, and it should be a really cool experience. I know, like in 2012 when I played, it was a ton of fun because even when I'm playing in the big leagues, right, and we want to win and all that, but it's my job. I'm playing. I'm trying to put food on the table. I'm playing to win, but and if anybody tells you otherwise, they're lying. We're playing because we want to make money, just like anybody else in their job. To make more money is winning, and we all are winner. Like we're competitive natured people, and we want to win, but also we want to provide for our families and stuff. And so, with that being said, the World Baseball Classic is none of that. You're just playing to win, and there's no it's not like if you do well there, you're going to make more money or whatever. Like it's not like a huge sum of money that you're winning or what. I don't even know what the payout is, if there is one. I really don't know much about it. But so you're really just going there to play baseball, and it's like if you don't do well, it's not like you're not going to make the team or be out of the big leagues or anything like that. All that stuff is completely independent from what you do in the World Baseball Classic. So it's like pure baseball of like purely playing to win, and no other. There's no alternate means going on there. It's just, so that's cool. That's a really cool experience. It's kind of, and it's that's just not what it is realistically. At any point in your career, you're in the minor leagues and you're playing to get to the next level, and then you're in the big leagues and you're playing to establish yourself and stick. And then you're playing for your arbitration years, and then you're playing for your free agency years.
Yeah.
And then if you get to free agency and you're playing for more free agency years, or you're playing for the Hall of Fame, and it's, guys, you say like, what is this guy playing for? He's made $700 trillion. What is he, what's the big deal? And it's like, yeah, they want to get to the Hall of Fame or whatever. And I've talked to people who are at that point in their career, and it's interesting to hear. It's like, yeah, we're just, I want to get in the Hall of Fame, and I feel like I need to reach these numbers to do so. Like, it's not a money thing at all, right? It's like when you have $700 trillion, what do you care? So that's kind of like the evolution of but nonetheless, it's like, yeah, I love playing baseball and I love competing, and it's not like I'm thinking about whatever money or whatever when I'm pitching. I'm thinking about doing my job that, like, for the team to win. But there's definitely you can't get past that point. I'm sure it's relatable to any sport where you know how it is, where I mean, yeah, it's fun and you like kicking balls and stuff like that, but you got a family and you're trying to get some check.
Yeah, provide. Yeah, no, I get it. Yeah. No, that was a great interpretation of like how you like view everything, because a lot of people just probably see the day to day, like, oh, he just goes on the mound, he throws the ball, like he's doing it, for this, for that. But I wanted to ask you. I know you're Jewish, right? Your whole family. Because my extended family, like my wife's side's Jewish, so I like talking about this.
My wife is not Jewish. She branched out.
Okay.
Yeah, she branched out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Catholic.
So it's like
Yeah.
you and Shelby.
Yeah.
Ooh. Catholic married a Jew.
Yeah.
That was my situation. Yeah.
So yeah,
Same with you.
Catholic married Jew. Yeah. But her parents.
That's how
her
you
parents
happens more, you think?
Yeah, everybody's cool with it. No, we're good. I'm not super religious at all. I had a bar mitzvah, and so I have all the documentation to play for Team Israel, but I'm not like a very religious person. And she went to Catholic school and everything like that, but she's not. The thing is, like, how do you raise your kids, right? So we're kind of like at this point we don't really have to figure it out. We're just teaching them. We did like Hanukkah and Christmas.
Yeah.
Obviously, Christmas is a much bigger hit than Hanukkah. You just can't compete with Christmas. They've got Santa and stuff.
Have you ever heard of Christmas?
I mean, I've heard the term, but like I don't know how you blend it together.
Yeah, it's like blended families, and it
sounds interesting.
Yeah,
no, I mean, like Hanukkah, like what is the South Park thing? They've got that turd. What's the thing called or whatever, and Christmas they've got Santa. So we're in a whole day.
See, my daughter goes to a Jewish school, so I'm kind of learning all this stuff. She's a big fan of it.
Yeah. How old's your daughter again?
Like Shabbat,
right,
Fridays.
She's like coming up on 2.5. So they did like all the Hanukkah stuff this year, and so we had to go to like a Hanukkah celebration at the school. They do a monthly Shabbat.
We've been browsing schools. It's a whole nother.
Yeah, JCC is a good one.
We checked that one out last year, and I don't know what we're gonna do. I have no idea.
So do you do Passover? Because it falls in line with spring training.
I'm trying to think. I mean, we do Passover. I have done it in the past. I don't like. I think I actually did do Passover last year. I don't know how it worked out, but maybe I went to my sister's for Passover or something. Because like living at home, like we work out in the morning and then we can do whatever.
Sure.
So my whole family's here. So I think we did. I did Easter too. I think So like we're definitely doubling up. But and I guess another thing, my wife does a good job of being all inclusive with the and respecting the Jewish faith and trying to. I think she got our daughter like a Hanukkah book or something. It's funny. We were spinning dreidels over for Hanukkah.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, it's interesting. It's going to be interesting to see. Like, I don't quite know how. I don't know how you like once like they understand actually what it is, and I guess they'll have to make
for
their own,
sure. No, I know exactly.
Like, I don't know which way.
I know exactly what you're thinking.
Steer them. I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah.
We'll deal with it when we have to deal with it.
Well, it's interesting. Like all my nephews are Jewish, and my daughter is like they all like assumed like, oh, she's Christian. Like, mommy, is she Christian? And like they assume probably it's to do with Christmas. And my wife's like, yeah, every Jewish person wishes like they celebrated Christmas.
Yeah.
And I didn't know if that was
a lot going on.
Yeah. No, I mean, being Jewish is just a huge pride thing. And I know a lot of Jewish men and women, like they solely seek out like a spouse that is Jewish because obviously what happened in the Holocaust, what was explained to me, like you want to just keep reproducing and just keeping the Jewish tradition and faith alive.
It seems like, I mean, I would say yes in one word answer. Yeah. I mean,
yes.
I don't know how you, there's like J-Date and stuff. I guess I could have done that, like a Jewish dating website.
Yeah, there is.
But,
J-Date, yeah.
I know. I was like super thrown right there. I didn't know what that was.
You didn't know that?
No.
Yeah, it's like Christian Mingle.
Farmers
only. There's something for everyone out there.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sure you could find anything. Anything you're interested in, you can find a dating website for. I don't know what you're into, but
do you know how many active Jewish players there are?
No. Am I supposed to?
No, because like I always go through this with my brother-in-laws. They're like super into sports, and they always talk about like how many Jewish guys are active in the NFL or basketball.
Are there any
et cetera,
Jews in the NFL? My dad wouldn't let me play football. I feel like a lot of Jews. I don't know. Because,
why is that?
He's like, you can't go out there and get tackled by people. You can't handle it. No, I don't know. I think no.
No, this is a first year.
I think because I was like kind of like showing signs of being good at baseball, and I don't think he wanted, like I wanted to be like a high school quarterback and be like the cool guy or whatever. And I think like he was like more like you're not that, and a
realist.
Go ahead and stick with baseball. So which ended up working out well. Here we are, but yeah, I don't even remember what we're talking about now. I'm just thinking about my failed.
No, okay. So I did Wikipedia you, and it did have some astounding stat here that you were 5'6" as a freshman.
I was real small.
High school?
No.
Or was this in college?
I was a very late bloomer.
Okay,
growing.
That's a hell of a growth spurt in college.
I mean, I think I came into college probably like 6'1". I'm 6'3" now, and I think I wasn't 6'3" going into college yet. I was a late bloomer. Yeah.
Okay.
These are for all the kids out there that are just waiting for that
late bloomers.
Keep waiting. It's coming.
And all
it's coming.
And all the dads.
All those dads.
Yeah.
That's like waiting for the growth spurt.
Yeah, don't put them on steroids or whatever.
No, it's coming.
Oh, so you asked me about the Jewish how many Jewish players do I know?
Yeah.
And I wanted to say something funny.
Yeah.
I don't know how many Jewish baseball players there are, but every time I do play against a Jewish baseball player, my dad makes a point to let me know that he is Jewish and make sure that you go say hi to him. Yes.
Really?
And so I played with Danny Valencia, who's Jewish, and he was like, "Did you say hi to Danny Valencia? He's Jewish." I'm like, "He's on my team." I said hi to him. He's like, "Okay." I
said hi to him yesterday, day before.
I saw him. Noted. He knows I'm Jewish. Thank you. I want to meet him. I got to meet him. I'm like, okay, we'll make it happen. So yeah, that might.
Oh, Pat's looking up something for you right now on the NFL for you.
Yeah, one of my good buddies, Greg Joseph. He's Jewish. He's the kicker for the Vikings. AJ Dillon, his dad was Jewish.
I'm not.
He's on my team.
I don't know a lot about football. I do fantasy football every year, but lately I've been outsourcing that to somebody.
But Joel Bitonio.
So, yeah, I'm looking at 6. Just to give you a round number, I say 6. There's 6.
How many?
6 active guys.
Joel Bitonio was there.
Yeah, maybe one.
Yeah. What is he, like a defensive lineman or something?
Is O-line?
O-line.
Yep.
They're not tackling; they're blocking.
Oh, he's a big guy though. He's doing a little this, a little that.
Good for him.
Well, Pat, why don't you bring us home tonight?
I was actually just looking up how many active Jewish baseball players there were.
There's a few.
I think there's I'm looking at 11
in the majors.
Just for the people listening, 11.
I would have guessed more than that.
Yep.
You're number 1 on the list.
It's alphabetical.
It's alphabetical.
Don't get too excited. Yeah.
Yeah, but there's what 2, 4, 6, 8 pitchers.
Wonder what that's about.
7.
Yeah,
probably just more pitchers and position players.
That
Jock, I think so. Like Sean Green was Jewish, played. He was a big name player, like a few years ago, probably like more than a few years ago now. Who else?
I saw Max Fried.
Is he on the list
there? Yeah, Max Fried.
Jock Peterson is a big Jew.
Yeah, Jock Peterson.
Yep. We're proud of him.
Garrett Stubbs.
Oh man,
Alex Bregman.
Really?
Question: can you wear yarmulke under the hat?
Could. Yeah. I doubt
anyone
it.
done it?
I don't.
No.
Nobody. We play like all the time. What are you gonna do? If like there's that religious, they're wearing a yarmulke. It's like, how are you gonna be like, hey, I can't play once a week, on whatever Saturdays or
the new era.
Yeah.
Yarmulke.
What's that?
I got somebody
new era yarmulke.
Oh, that'd be fresh.
When I was in Baltimore, they gave me one of their there was like Jewish news. I don't know the media outlet or whatever, but it was some Jewish publication, and they gave me a Baltimore Orioles yarmulke. I passed on to my dad. Yeah,
hell yeah!
Did everybody want you to join their temple?
Awesome.
No, I get like I don't like put myself out there a lot about a lot of the things about me, and I don't know, I don't know. I don't know why. I probably should, but I've gotten like requests for some Jewish stuff. People told me I should have started what's the the Cameo thing and do like bar mitzvah things,
Cameo.
Yeah.
You would kill it. You would
Congrats
You would
on,
kill
on
it.
your bar
A
mitzvah.
lot of Jewish kids
You
out there
know?
missing out on.
But then I
Yes.
realized I'm like an absolute nobody.
You have a quartered market
that's
here.
the thing. Like, okay,
Dude.
so I'm a nobody, right? No, but you get wind that I'm Jewish. It's not that much. You said 11 guys. That's, I'm not competing against the whole league. I'm only competing against 11 guys. That's not that bad. So,
That's right. And how many of them are doing
right.
cameos?
I don't know. I don't know anything about
There
it.
you go. Corner that market.
So JP Ariancibia, who was like he played in the big leagues, and then he was a broadcaster for the Marlins. He married Tommy Lahren. You know who that is? She's like the Fox News anchor or whatever.
Yeah.
And so like I met her a few times, and she was telling me about the cameo thing. Actually, it's like quite the name drop, but she was the one that I never even heard of it before she told me. And like I guess it's very popular for. But she's got like 6 trillion followers on Instagram or whatever. She's like way like I got like no followers. She has a lot, and I don't know anything about her. Like I don't think I've seen her on TV much, but just meeting her at the field, and we were just talking about whatever, just messing around. And JP's kind of a goof, and so it came up, and she was saying that cameo is the way to go. And I kind of brought up the same thing. I was like, but I haven't done it. I don't even know.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Who's your marketing guy? We need to get
You have a
on
marketing.
this.
You guys have marketing guys? I don't have a marketing.
In-house of our agency.
Yeah.
I mean, a close friend hooked us up with you.
Preston,
Preston, what the heck is Preston doing?
Works with my agent. So, Preston's done some good stuff for me, but
Maybe.
I'm not like marketable.
Maybe he needs to get on that.
I'm like the most average.
Dude. Stop.
Like run of the mill.
You throw gas and you're Jewish.
The best thing is like I can walk outside
short.
of any stadium and no one will know who I am or think I'm tall, so it's like kind of like flagged there. But other than that, you'd think.
And then you always get, do you play basketball? Like that's what everyone's doing. You play basketball?
No, are you the accountant for the team? Are you the coach? That's what I get a lot.
Yeah.
Coach.
I always say I'm an agent.
Agents would want to go with
athletic trainer. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the
water
best.
boy.
Dude. Richard, this has been awesome, man. We appreciate you coming on.
Thanks for having me. It's been
a lot of stuff going. Yeah,
it's been fun. Definitely, I'm glad it worked out.
We're fans, man.
Yeah,
go Red Sox. You'll see Josh at the game.
Yeah, I'll see you there. We've got season tickets
really?
up there, so I'll see you.
Got a lot of money.
Plenty of
a lot of money.
Josh is surrounded by money.
Yeah, I got to get in with you guys.
It's hard. We'll make it happen.
All right, thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
All right, man. I'll close this out here. Everybody, thanks for listening to Locker Room Dads. We drop every Wednesday. You never know who we're going to have on next. So we'll see you next time on Locker Room Dads. Super Bowl MVP recommended this amazing new nutrition line to me. As a professional athlete, I had to listen to hear what he had to say. So let me tell you, Mantra Labs is an absolute game changer. For all you dads out there looking to have more energy, better hydration, and better sleep, look no further. Mantra Labs is the stop for you. So we've actually partnered with them, and they provide 25% off everything on their site. So go visit them at gomantralabs.com. Enter Locker Room Dads with no space for 25% checkout.